national anthems of both countries as Jeff Fenech walks over towards Marcus Villasana. Doesn't look at him, gives him the Marcus Villasana, what am I saying? Mario Martinez. It's the same table as Marcus Villasana, and certainly looking at Martinez and giving him the eye of the tiger. For the introductions, ring announcer Ray Conley.
Ladies and gentlemen, with reverberating anticipation, Radio Rentals associate with Bill Mordy's Classic Promotion to present the official WBC eliminator for the Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. A bout of 12 3-minute rounds between, from the red corner, scaling 60.78 kilograms, hailing from Guadalajara, Mexico, wearing butterscotch-colored trunks, undefeated in 70 amateur contests as a professional, has had 48 victories in 55 bouts, 2 have been drawn. 30 victories have come by knockout. 3 times he has challenged for world honors. Precarious montage of dexterous volatility, Mario Martinez. And his opponent occupying the blue corner, scaling 60.3 seconds, responding to Destiny's Call, wearing black trunks with white markings, from Marrickville, Sydney, Australia. Member of the Elite Brotherhood to have attained world titles in 3 different weight divisions. Unconquered in 23 professional bouts, 19 inside the distance. Monarchical lodestar of rarefied refulgence, WBC featherweight champion of the world, Jeff Fenech. Idealist of integrity, Jim Boland. Ringside judges, Chris Anderson, Cliff Beaver, Johnny Wheeler. Ringside physicians, Doctors Ken Shepherd, Lou Lewis. Timekeepers, John Holloway, Alan Barrett. Recorder, Peter Burchell.
Okay, there they are. That's all the introductions finally over as referee Jim Boland calls both fighters to centre ring, and Mario Martinez won't understand one thing he says.
Keep your punches up, no shoulders, and watch those heads. Shake hands now, and the start of the last round.
Okay, here we go. 12 3-minute rounds. Mario Martinez down in traditional Mexican fashion, praying in his corner, his red corner, on his knees. Jeff Fenech there, out of the blue corner. Gee, looks relaxed, Gruntly Geezer.
He looks very fit and very confident too, Zorb. I think this is going to be a great performance by Jeff Fenech tonight, but Mario Martinez will always be there, proving to be difficult.
Well, the Mexicans are very, very tough, and he is a world-class fighter, and Jeff Fenech will show him the respect that he deserves in this fight. Jeff Fenech in the black trunks, of course. Mario Martinez in the mustard-coloured shorts from Mexico.
He really is a cool professional performer these days, Jeff Fenech. saw as they came together to hear referee Jim Boland's instructions, Fenech not even looking at Martinez, couldn't be bothered doing any steering. That's
it's all gone, isn't it?
That's right. It's just all business.
It certainly is Jeff Fenech. The eye of the tiger tonight, giving away lots of weight. Martinez, probably a half a stone bigger than Jeff Fenech tonight, and he's certainly got much bigger lower body than our own Jeffrey Fenech.
He's very powerfully built around the legs, Zorb, as we were saying in the previous fight with Nat Ladua. Big legs are always a sign of a big puncher, particularly with the left hook, and that's what this man Martinez has.
Yes, and Jeff Fenech a little bit rusty early in round one as he moves up with the left there to Mario Martinez. Just poking the left out, Martinez.
Well, I watched the cricket with Jeff Fenech this afternoon, and we were talking about how he was going to fight this man Martinez. He said, Grant, I'm just going to do better whatever he does. If he wants to come and fight, I'll fight him. If he wants to box, I'll give him a boxing lesson.
Okay, Fenech against the ropes now, bobbing and weaving and using good evasive tactics there. But for the first time in his career, Jeff Fenech can't hurl his opponent around. And that could be a worry if the fight goes into the late rounds.
And Martinez very respectful of Jeff Fenech's power. You could see him there, not prepared to open up at this stage of the fight because he knows that Fenech has a big kick in both hands.
Jim Boland, the referee. So far, how do you see it, Jeff Harding?
Jeff looks the best I've ever seen him, Peter. He's very composed and he's taking his time. He's just waiting for that big one.
He's certainly looking pretty good early as he unleashes an attack now on Martinez. Martinez now swinging that right. That's his lethal weapon. Fenech saw it coming. Lines him up with the right there. And Jeff Fenech now starting to pursue Mario Martinez. Fenech never very far away from the front of his opponents.
This to me is the pattern of the fight, Zorb. It'll be Jeff Fenech putting Martinez under so much pressure that Martinez won't get much of a chance to throw the big stuff. Nobody in the world can match Fenech for pace and fitness. Martinez starts to come on a little bit now, but really Fenech has an answer for anything he's doing.
Jeff Fenech just tying up Mario Martinez there and pushing the head down. Very calm so far is the Marrickville Mauler. But, of course, he's got to be wary of that dynamite right of Mario Martinez. Martinez showing from his facial expressions that those punches from Fenech are loaded with dynamite in round one. There's the end of the first round. Martinez nods his approval, goes back to the red corner, and listen to the fans roar their approval here of that opening round.
Well, Jeff Fenech told me he was going to try and dig some big ones early into Martinez, and that's just what he did towards the end of that first round. He really tried to dig out his heart with those left hooks.
How did you see it, Jeff Harding?
Well, Jeff very composed. Martinez not showing much in that round, Peter, but I think as the fight will go on, we'll see a better Jeff Fenech at boxing. He won't be able to throw him around. He'll just will show the real Jeff Fenech.
Okay, there's the corner of Fenech now in Martinez's corner. And both boxers very, very calm and very professional in the opening round. How did you see it, Grant Lee Keyser?
I gave that round to Jeff Fenech 10-9, Peter. I just felt that he was the instigator of all the aggression. He was the man sticking out that left hand, and that's going to be a very dominant weapon for him, I feel, throughout these remaining 11 rounds. That left hand, it's a beautiful punch.
Okay, Radio Rentals and Reebok, along with Classic Promotions on Sky Channel tonight, bringing you all the action here. Jeff Fenech steps up to tonight his heaviest division yet in his boxing career. This is a WBC World Junior Lightweight title eliminator, and of course it's really a lightweight contest because of the overweight conditions of the fight. Jeff Fenech now, great right from Fenech onto the face of Mario Martinez.
Fenech using that jab in the lead up to that, Zorb. It's not just a rangefinder for him, it's a very, very powerful weapon. It's a jab like the Joe Louis jab, really, and Jeff Fenech has made that left hand one of the most feared punches in the world. It just stabs out again and again towards the face of Mario Martinez, trying to set up all the other big stuff to follow.
Martinez hits Fenech with a right, but Jeff Fenech comes back, ties him up, and the little octopus is underway. And Martinez complains, back of the head. Referee Jim Boland has nothing to do with that claim there from the Mexican. And Jeff Fenech moving after Mario Martinez, not giving the Mexican a moment's peace.
Well, Martinez's nickname, of course, is Azabache. It means the little black pony. But right now he's having to play lion tamer in there because Fenech is really aggressive tonight. Typical Fenech fashion, he's just going after his man, going to wear him down and wear him out.
Condition will never affect Jeff Fenech. He can go 20 rounds if he has to. Martinez, from his record, certainly always a very well-conditioned fighter, and he has just refused.
Oh, big left hook from Jeff Fenech. Big left hook. Best punch of the fight so far. From Martinez is there. Oh, and Fenech's going to try a little bit of wrestling, but thought better of it.
Yeah, tried to punch him from behind his back. That was a great left from Fenech. Good left and a right by Martinez there. Referee Jim Boland says break. Martinez hits him, shakes his head. He's a tough competitor.
He's been great thinking fight by Jeff Fenech. Every time Martinez gets to step back, Jeff crowds him and doesn't give him that opportunity to throw that right hand. Every see, he goes to the left all the time, so it gets out of the range of the right hand. Great thinking fight by Jeff.
Comments from the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jeff Harding. Fenech in close, giving Martinez as much as Martinez, the heavier boxer, is giving him. And Jeff Fenech is back in business in his office tonight at the International Tennis Centre, the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. Martinez as tough as they come and working well in close underneath.
Well, this is Jeff Fenech we all know and love. He's got his head stuck on the chest of Mario Martinez, going to work with both hands. No fighter in the world can match Jeff Fenech in this kind of fight. He and Mike Tyson, I feel, are two of the best pressure fighters maybe of the last 10, 15 years.
Jeff Fenech certainly going underneath a lot in Martinez. Martinez, that short right there, but not a lot of power there. Fenech moving in with a left-right combination there. Mario Martinez hangs on there as Jeff Fenech stalks his foe in the final moments of round 2. And another good round for Jeff Fenech. Grant Keezer.
Well, once again, Zorb, I've got Jeff Fenech taking that round 10-9. I feel he's just doing the more work. He's landing the cleaner punches.
He certainly is. He's giving no respite to Mario Martinez. Jeff Harding.
He's a bit unsure about Fenech's style. Every time he goes to get set, Jeff's just got something else to answer to him. I think that Martinez better start to pick up the pace if he's going to have a chance in this fight.
There's a complaint coming from the corner of Mario Martinez at the moment. The interpreter was in the corner. Jeff Fenech has just received a warning from the referee, Jim Boland, following a complaint from Ernesto Vidal, the interpreter. Let's have a look at the action here as Fenech brawls in round 2.
There you see Martinez really trying to roughhouse with Fenech. Trying to bulldoze him into the ropes, but Fenech just kept hitting him as quickly as Martinez was coming. Fenech was hitting him.
I'll bet Martinez at this moment feels that he did the right thing in refusing to lose any weight, because Fenech is treating him with a little bit of contempt. Martinez again crosses himself before he comes to centre ring. His seconds take a long time to get out of the ring, and referee Jim Boland rightly waits for them to clear the ring area. Round 3 now. Fenech versus Martinez, live on Sky, right around the nation tonight. Brought to you by Bill Morty's Classic Promotions, Radio Rentals, and Jeff Fenech's great sponsor, Reebok.
Well, Fenech is trying to push and pull Martinez around, but Martinez very experienced and very, very strong. He's the biggest man that Jeff Fenech has ever fought, and he's not going to be thrown around too easily. Fenech punching in very fiercely in close. Martinez coming on. Look at Fenech going to work underneath, though. Anywhere that he can see some flesh around Martinez's midriff, he's trying to stick that left hand right in the middle of it.
Good punch from Martinez, just stunned Fenech for a moment, and he came back with about 4 or 5 good punches. Good left from Jeff Fenech.
Peter, I think Martinez has sensed. He said, well, I think it's time to get the pace going here. I think we're just about to see a bit of an inferno in these later rounds.
Okay, round 3 at the moment, and Mario Martinez now grabbing hold of Jeff Fenech, pushing him away, and the referee, Jim Boland, warns the Mexican there for holding. Fenech with a right over the top and goes in with the shoulder there. Martinez now.
Look at Fenech working underneath. Well, Martinez is prepared to stay and fight with him. He wants to stay inside, but Fenech showing much, much quicker hands inside, working brilliantly to the body.
Certainly is, and the elbow and the shoulder of Jeff Fenech working overtime as he uses the roughhouse tactics against Mario Martinez. Left from Fenech there, stunned the Mexican again. Round 3, another good round for Jeff Fenech.
A look of frustration on Martinez's face, Peter, every time Jeff's in close. He just doesn't know how to counteract this.
And Fenech now having Martinez in the neutral corner. Martinez does land a good left to Fenech, but Fenech just continues to pursue him. A warning there for using the head by Jim Boland. And Jeff Fenech now facing up to Mario Martinez. Martinez at the moment, just the first moment of respite in the opening 3 rounds for him as he goes after Fenech. But it's a tentative Mexican. There's not a lot of hot tamales there at the moment.
Martinez refuses to allow Fenech to throw him around, but that still doesn't mean that Fenech can't hit him, and Fenech has been hitting him plenty. He can't toss Martinez around the way that he has in many of his bouts before when he was fighting super bantamweight and featherweight, but he can still hit Martinez plenty.
He certainly can, and Jeff Fenech proving tonight that he can fight any way his opposition wants. He's first to the punch again towards the end of round 3. 25 seconds remaining of the round.
Just got a little bit of a mouse in the right eye, Peter.
Yes,
Big right hand by Jeff Fenech.
Right hand, though, by Fenech certainly stopped Martinez.
Again, another right
hand by Jeff Fenech. And Fenech in the final moments of round 3, gaining the ascendancy. A left by Fenech, a miss by Mario Martinez. Fenech again with a left, a right by Fenech. Time is going to run out in this round, round 3. But a great round for Jeffrey Fenech at the end of round 3. And Fenech goes after the Mexican. Goes after him, listen to the crowd. And Jeff Fenech, the referee Jim Boland, being pushed by the Mexican's corner, and he's tapping him on the shoulder.
Look at this.
Pushing the referee. Then sights that you haven't seen before from the Mexican corner, and actually pushing the referee Jim Boland.
This is whirlwind stuff, Zorb, after 3 rounds of really constant attrition and warring inside between Fenech and Martinez. The cornermen in Martinez's corner are blowing up about what's happening here, and they're just not happy at all about some of the tactics that Fenech is using.
Here we go, Peter. I think this is going to be a phone box fight from here on in.
A phone box fight, says Jeff the Hitman Harding, and Jeff Fenech in a phone box would be an awesome opponent. Fenech, rough and tough tonight, certainly digging down deep into his box of tricks. And here's Jeff Fenech going to work now on Mario Martinez, and he was willing to go on with it after the bell. A vicious Jeff Fenech there, and Martinez must be wondering what's going on here in centre ring at the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. Here we are live now, round 4, Jeff Fenech and Mario Martinez in a phone booth.
I've got Jeff Fenech winning the first 3 rounds, Peter. He's really doing everything better that Mario Martinez does, just as he predicted to me this afternoon.
This is an awesome display by Jeff Fenech. The power of the man against a man a half a stone heavier. Martinez, like every Mexican, tough as teak, but he's really finding Jeff Fenech a handful.
Well, we wondered just how rusty Jeff Fenech would be in his first fight in 7 months, but really there hasn't been much rust at all. He's been sharpshooting with both hands. Even from long range, he's been able to hit Mario Martinez with that long, powerful right hand.
Yeah, there's the trouble that he's facing. Normally, he swings his opponents around in close. He can't do that. That's a leaden weight in Mario Martinez.
I'd like to see his corner give him a couple of those hot chilies, Pete, to get him fired up a bit.
He certainly looks overawed, Jeff Harding, by Fenech's power.
Well, I think he's a bit unsure about it all, Peter. I thought he may, because he come in weighting heavy, I think that he thought Jeff wasn't going to be as strong.
Okay, Jeff Fenech certainly proving tonight that he hasn't been away. Jeff Fenech certainly returning to the office with all the vigour and a lot more of it too as he builds up in weight.
Several times throughout this fight, Peter, we've seen Fenech and Martinez in close, and Fenech trying to spin Martinez into the ropes. He hasn't been able to do it, but I feel a few more of those big left rips underneath, and Mario Martinez, the strength will go from those legs.
1 minute and 17 seconds left of round 4. Fenech dominating, but the Mexican, always a very dangerous opponent and a very experienced one too. This is a tremendous fight. Hope you're enjoying it in your favourite Sky outlet right around the nation. Brought to you by Bill Morty's Classic Promotions, radio rentals and Reeboks towards the end of round 4.
Both fighters, Peter, strangely enough, both have right eye mouses. Martinez has just sustained one, I see here now, and Jeffrey got his last round, so both have got mouses under their right eye.
A right and an uppercut by Jeff Fenech. Martinez stands his ground though. Fenech loads up with a right again. That's been a dynamite punch for Fenech tonight. Towards the end of round 4, another tremendous round for Jeff Fenech as he tries to sap the energy from the tough Mexican with the body punches. There they go again.
Martinez not looking the same strong force that he did at the start of this fight. Fenech's big shots underneath are really starting to take their effect. Every time that Fenech shapes to throw the left hook to the body, I now notice that Martinez flinches and he tries to shove that elbow against his ribs, just as Dennis Andries did when Jeff Harding was ripping him underneath the big left hook. Devastating punch, and Jeff Fenech is a master at it.
This is a brilliant display by Fenech. He is relentless, he's very strong, and he's starting now to feel super confident that he can finish ahead of Mario Martinez. Fenech all business, pushes the Mexican away, goes back to his chair, and John Lewis just says a quite few words to him. A brilliant first 4 rounds for Jeff Fenech, and certainly he's dominating the fight, Jeff Harding.
So far he is, Peter. He's boxing brilliantly and the strength is just phenomenal, and I think Martinez is saying, well, what am I doing in here?
And the Mexican camp, this is the second fighter they've brought to Melbourne to try and lower the colours. Let's listen in and see what's happening in Martinez's corner. Not that you'll understand a thing.
Martinez starting to show the first signs of fatigue in the corner, Peter. He's a tough campaigner, but I don't think he's ever had this much pressure put on him.
Well, he's getting plenty of advice there and receiving little air getting through there as the Mexicans really gather around, and they're just treating that mouse that Jeff Harding spoke about. Here we go for round 5, and Martinez certainly knowing that he's in a real fight. Fenech up on his toes to start proceedings in round 5.
Interesting that Mario Martinez is marked up around that right eye. He sustained the same injury in his first fight with Azumah Nelson, and the eye was closing so badly that it spurred Martinez on to a last-ditch desperation effort, and he ended up putting Nelson on the canvas.
After 4 rounds, let's have a look at Keys's card. And after 4 rounds, it's Jeff Fenech 40, Mario Martinez 36, and 36-40 in favour of Fenech, and Martinez in the neutral corner. Now he's got Fenech against the ropes, loads up with a left, but Fenech stands there and starts to trade punches and hang on there to Mario Martinez. Fenech now, ever onward he goes with a left. Martinez now swinging with a right, no power in that. He certainly now has the respect for the Marrickville Mauler, and the left goes out, but again it's tentative. He's not putting his shoulder behind the punches. He doesn't want to walk up to Fenech, and who can blame him as he dances now the Mexican hat dance to try and get away from Jeff Fenech.
Mario Martinez's style has always been that of a counter-puncher, Peter. He prefers to have a guy walk up on him so that he can load up on the big right hand, the big left hook to the body. Well, Jeff Fenech is prepared to accommodate him in walking up, but so far Mario Martinez hasn't been able to land too much of the big stuff against Jeff Fenech.
Well, he certainly hasn't. Fenech is showing a lot more evasive skills tonight than we've ever seen from him before. He can do it every way. He can brawl, he can get up on his toes, he can jab, and he can rumble. And Fenech there with a right to Martinez. Bangs him again, even though he's standing against the ropes. Martinez finding it hard now to lay a glove on Fenech.
Well, as we were saying, Peter, we expected Fenech to be a little bit rusty, but he's as sharp as a tack, really. He's been hitting Martinez with just about whatever he likes to throw. The jab, the right hand lead, the left hook underneath.
This is an awesome display. He is not fighting anybody here tonight. He's fighting a man that's fought for 3 world titles and has really given them all a shake. Right now, Martinez has Fenech in his corner. Fenech showing beautiful boxing skills. He swings Martinez around and says, "You have a go in there." Martinez shakes his head.
That's the first time in this fight that we've seen Fenech actually spin the man, spin him into the ropes like a rag doll. Now that's been a trademark of Fenech ever since he started boxing. It's a sure sign to me that a lot of the strength from Mario Martinez is leaving him.
Okay, Martinez now having Fenech against the ropes. Jeffrey's hands are the big worry. Are Fenech's hands okay, Jeff Harding? That's the big question mark.
Well, I think by the performance that he's showing tonight, it's not even worrying him. I'd like to see Martinez pick up the pace a bit because he seems to be a bit reluctant at that.
He certainly does at the moment, and who can blame him as Fenech spins him around again, goes for the kidney area. He's dominating the fight. Beautiful array of punches there from Fenech. Flashing hands from the Australian Mario Martinez, completely ejected as Jeff Fenech sits in the corner and soaks up the oxygen. Oh, what a display.
People say that Jeff Fenech is a great brawler, but just like his idol Roberto Duran, he is a master boxer who can punch a lot. He's prepared to fight his man any way he likes.
Let's listen in to Johnny Lewis and Jeff Fenech.
There it is, I got it. Got it, mate.
There's the corner of Jeff Fenech. He's not showing any signs of any fatigue there. John Lewis with a water bottle. What would Louis be saying to him, Jeff Harding? We just can't pick that up there.
Well, basically, Purdy, you can't be saying much more than just keep doing what you're doing, because it's a 110% performance. And Martinez, if he doesn't pick the pace up, Peter, well, I think Jeffrey's just going to pick his shots a lot better.
Okay, coming into round 6, and the tough Mexican against the triple world champion Jeff Fenech. Jeff Fenech's first venture into the division that many said would be beyond him. He's in the lightweights now, and not showing as though it's affecting him one little bit. In fact, he looks better than ever.
Well, of course, Peter, there was great speculation about Fenech's hands before this fight, but as Jeff Harding was saying, by the array of punches that Jeff Fenech has been throwing this fight, I think those hands are coming up pretty well.
Well, he's looked magnificent in the gymnasium, and we're seeing a new look to Jeff Fenech tonight. Jeff Fenech the boxer and Jeff Fenech the brawler. A beautiful combination of both. A lovely mixture tonight for Fenech to show a new set of tricks. And Mario Martinez right at this moment fighting one of the best fighters pound for pound in the world. Martinez, though, game as they come. Has never been a fighter out of Mexico that hasn't been loaded up with courage, and Martinez is certainly no exception. But there's the left and right combination again from Jeff Fenech.
Well, it's a significant pointer, Peter, to the skills of Jeff Fenech, that here he is with a man that put Azumah Nelson on the canvas, has fought all these great world champions, and yet here he is against Jeff Fenech, and on my score sheet, hasn't won a round.
Peter, you can't fight as casually as this against a fellow like Fenech, because the phenomenal pressure he just puts on you is just unbelievable.
Well, if he's waiting for Jeff to slow down, he's certainly going to be in for a shock, because Fenech certainly one of the fittest athletes in any sport anywhere in the world. He trains like a demon.
About the only time that he'll slow down, Peter, is when he's on that plane going home tomorrow morning.
Well, there's a right from Martinez, which was probably his best punch of the fight. Fenech just a little bit of a buckle there, but came back very strongly. The Mexican camp certainly looked then to Martinez to continue it, but Fenech just at this moment chopping a few from Martinez, a good left from Martinez. This has been his best part of the fight.
Well, he just copped a left hook off Martinez, Jeff Fenech, and his reaction was to blow his nose. It didn't seem to faze him too much. Martinez got a couple of little uppercuts through there, but once again you see the strength of Jeff Fenech coming to the fore. Martinez trying to bull him around, but Fenech hitting him with everything. Shot from Mario Martinez, just casual on the ropes. Jeff Fenech, what a sight to see Jeff Fenech on the canvas. He's only been down once in his career against Samart Payakaroon. He got up to destroy Payakaroon. Let's hope he can do this against Martinez. An awful sight to see Jeff Fenech on the canvas.
Jeff Fenech down, and Martinez certainly some bombs in this round. We said it was his best part of the fight. Jeff Fenech hanging on now. 12 seconds to go in the round. Johnny Boland, Jim Nolan, the referee now, puts the count on Jeff Fenech. Fenech now in trouble against Mario Martinez. The crowd now coming to Fenech. Fenech's got to get out of there.
Hands up, Jeff Fenech, hands up!
Yeah, Jeff Fenech with the hands down, and Fenech down. The extra weight of Mario Martinez certainly told there, and Fenech down in round 6 with a left from Mario Martinez.
I think it looked a lot worse than what it really was, Peter. Jeff looked very composed when he got on his feet, and he didn't rush, which is usually the way when a fighter is in trouble, and therefore I think that Fenech was very composed.
Okay, let's have a look at this problem area for Fenech. There was the left that put Jeff Fenech down, and that is a rare sight in boxing.
That was the problem area, Peter, that he dropped his hands. He, for some reason, became very casual just as he was sliding against those ropes, and even a great champion like Jeff Fenech can't afford to do that when he's in with someone like Mario Martinez. They call him the dark horse. Azabache means the dark horse, and he certainly was in that round, coming up with the left hook, just as Fenech was starting to give him a bit of a boxing lesson. A horrible sight to see Fenech on the canvas. I'm sure he'll come back and beat this man, Martinez.
Well, I hope he doesn't try and brawl with Martinez. Jeff Fenech down in round 6 with a vicious left from Mario Martinez. Jeff Fenech now. What will the champ do in round 7? A rare sight to see Fenech on the canvas. It was a great blow from Mario Martinez after Fenech had dominated the opening 5 rounds of the fight. Martinez put him down on the canvas, and Jim Boland rightly applied the count. The Mexican camp now screaming to Martinez. There's another left. Another left there
from Martinez. Jeff Fenech cannot afford to let this man hit him.
Okay, after 6 rounds, Jeff 59 to 55, but Martinez now starting to come after Jeff Fenech and looking much more confident. Fenech shaken by that left. He's in a little bit of bother.
Peter, I'm just praying that that knockdown was a minor hiccup. I've still got Fenech way out in front. He won the first 5 rounds comprehensively. A hiccup in the 6th, but Fenech cannot afford to let this man load up on him. He can't get careless. Boxing skills, Jeff Fenech. That's what he's got to do. He's got to give this man a boxing lesson as he did through the first 5 rounds.
Well, maybe the weight's going to tell. Weight stops trains, and Jeff Fenech is meeting an opponent around about 8 or 9 pounds heavier right at this moment. Fenech in the fight of his life against Mario Martinez.
The Mexicans
are saying, come up, come up. Fenech hits him with a left. And Martinez not following through, waiting for the big one. The crowd behind Fenech. He swings a rusty right there. Jeff Fenech and Mario Martinez. Fenech slips there, and the champion right at this moment doesn't look as composed as he did earlier in the fight. Jeffrey Fenech swinging Martinez around. He's loaded up with courage too. What a great fight this is. Fenech in a war now in the phone booth against Mario Martinez.
This has been a sensational fight, Peter. Certainly a great shock to Jeff Fenech when he went down in that 6th round. Martinez is trying to put the pressure on, but Fenech has to get back to boxing skills. Out-jabbed this man. When he was throwing the left jab, he looked beautiful. He didn't look beautiful when he was on the canvas. I'm sure Jeff Fenech will come back from that, but this has been a horrible moment in this fight for him.
Okay, Jeff Fenech moving in after Martinez there. Martinez has not followed up with Fenech. I'm sure he had the champion in trouble, but he hasn't really followed up as the Mexican camp wanted him to do. And it is Mario Martinez putting Jeff Fenech down in round 6. We're towards the end of round 7 now, and Fenech very wary now of that flashing left, and that is the punch that put him down towards the end of round 6. The Mexican saying, move up, Martinez. Come after Fenech. Fenech now in trouble, and as he tries to again regain his composure.
Martinez still so respectful of the punching power of Jeff Fenech. He's not going to do anything dangerous. He had Fenech on the canvas, but he knows he can't rush in this. He can't rush this man, Jeff Fenech.
Well, Fenech having a rest round in round 7. He's probably shared the points in the round, and he has regained his composure, Jeff Fenech, towards the end of round 7. And what a fight at the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. Jeff Fenech and Mario Martinez in a 2-man war. Jeff Harding.
Yeah, the Mexican is still very casual and reluctant to get in there and mix it up. And Jeff Fenech, well, he's just waiting. He's got the skill and the professionalism just to go on with anything that he can come up with.
I tell you,
okay, let's listen into the corner now and try and pick up Johnny Lewis's instructions.
I tell you, my heart still hasn't come out of my mouth, Peter, from that awful moment when Fenech hit the canvas.
The right hand's getting a little bit low again.
Okay, there's Johnny Lewis's voice now.
A great injury, okay? Come on, injury. Come on, champ.
Very calm, John Lewis. There's no screaming there, Grantley Keezer.
Johnny just said to Jeff, your left hand and your right hand is still a little bit low, but keep them up and you're going to have a nice big victory.
Okay, round 8 coming up. And obviously, Jeff Fenech very concerned about the power of Mario Martinez. And it had to be expected that Martinez, with his record, would be a class performer, and he is. He's very tough. Jeff Fenech, though, is not a champion. Isn't a 3-times world champion for nothing.
Fenech once again getting back into the role of sharpshooter, trying to snipe away with that double jab and then get away, not giving Martinez a chance.
There's some very worried faces around ringside here at the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. Jeff Fenech, no doubt about it, right now, right in the middle of the toughest fight of his career, his professional career, and the crowd know it. There's an air of unexpectancy around this stadium now as Jeff Fenech again receives a left from Martinez. Martinez growing in confidence now against Jeff Fenech. Fenech again pursues Martinez. He can't walk into one, though.
Well, he hit the canvas because his hands were down. He's not going to make that mistake again. He's not going to make that mistake again because he's too much of a class act, Jeff Fenech.
Fenech going after Martinez. Martinez slipping a little there, and a warning there from referee Jim Boland.
See Martinez trying to load up with the left hook every time Fenech comes back from an exchange. He's trying to catch him coming in all the time, but Fenech just a little bit too wary this time.
Fenech saw the right coming there. I was about to say, the right hasn't been sighted all that much from Mario Martinez, and certainly had it loaded up there, and Fenech saw it coming. Fenech in close now. The champ has recovered from that blow that sent him to the canvas in round 6.
Certainly this weight has made a difference, Peter. You saw Jeff Fenech pushing Martinez around on the ropes there, but he wasn't able to throw him around the way that he did some of those smaller opponents that he met in the super bantamweight and bantamweight divisions.
It's quite evident now, Peter, that Martinez is just trying to telegraph that big one in. If Jeffrey can slip and counterpunch, well, maybe it might just turn right around this fight.
Okay, Jeff Fenech and Mario Martinez in round 8 at the moment. Fenech ahead on points, but Martinez, a very dangerous customer, as Jeff Fenech knows. Fenech there tries to swing him around, goes to the body. But in the last round or two, Mario Martinez has picked up the pace a little bit, taking the fight to Fenech. And Fenech really would be making a mistake if he tries to brawl with the Mexican in close.
Very much so, Peter. We've already seen in this fight that Mario Martinez is so dangerous. He's done what so many great fighters have tried and not been able to do against Jeff Fenech, and that's to put him on the canvas.
Yes, he certainly did, and Fenech can't hang in there in close because that's exactly what the Mexican wants. He's got a very hard head. Fenech, we don't know how the hands are standing up. They look pretty good in the opening 5 rounds, but he went down in round 6. And since then, Martinez is sapping the energy a little bit from the great.
He just ran a big uppercut on Mario Martinez at the end of that round, Peter.
A good round again for Fenech to come back, Jeff Harding.
Yes, that was the punch of the fight, Peter. A little short right uppercut, so therefore he is finding the mark on Martinez. But Martinez, the Mexican, is still very dangerous. You've got to be very careful of this fellow.
Okay, round 9 coming up. There's the corner of the Mexican, and certainly right at this moment they must think that they've got a terrific chance of being the first man to lower the colours of that man, Jeff Fenech. Let's have a look at the replay of the action there.
There's the big uppercut coming in, Peter. Kaboom. Just at the end of that round, Mario Martinez got nailed with a big uppercut. Great punch from Jeff Fenech. Really starting to find the mark again in round 8. Had a quiet round in round 7 after the disaster of round number 6, but I feel he's on the way back. I feel all he has to do is keep boxing, keep those hands high, and he's going to get away with Mario Martinez.
Well, let's hope so, but Martinez is certainly a volcano, a Mexican volcano, very capable of erupting at any stage. Fenech, though, has regained his composure. He's off his chair very quickly and quite happy to meet Mario Martinez in centre ring. But Jeff can't get overconfident like he was in round 6. I feel he just let his guard down there, lost his train of thought for a moment and found out that disaster's only a second away no matter how far you're in front. And a grim look of determination in Jeff Fenech as he stalks the Mexican now into round 9. 9, 10, 11 and 12 to go, the final 4 rounds. Fenech in front, but not that far in front that he can continue to try and cruise. You can't cruise against this fellow.
I'll be very interested to see how these hands pull up at the end of this fight, Peter. I've just noticed in the last couple of rounds, Jeff Fenech certainly isn't throwing punches in the same quantity that he was at the start of the fight. It's been an exacting battle, but I just feel he's not putting the same force into some of those blows that he was in the opening few rounds.
You're right, Grantley. He's having trouble with those hands. Now, if he can't punch as hard as he would like to against Martinez, then the Mexican can walk through the punches. Very difficult for him if he's having trouble with his hands. Jeff Harding.
Yeah, that's correct, Peter, but overall it's been a fantastic performance by Jeffrey because really he has been the dominant boxer of the fight, and I think that it's quite evident to say that this is just a different fight overall by Jeff.
It certainly is. It's his toughest fight, there's no doubt about that. And he certainly, right at this moment, knows that anything he goes up in weight from here on is going to be very difficult for him. But he's a true champion. There's a right from Martinez. That's his danger punch as he goes after Fenech. Fenech bobs and twists Martinez around, but he can't throw him around like he has against previous opponents. 1 minute 11 seconds left in round 9.
Mario Martinez is standing firm. He still won't allow Fenech to push him around. Fenech throwing punches in bunches, but still not throwing with the same rapidity that he was in the opening 3 or 4 rounds.
She's courageous, Fenech. Look at him go. And this much bigger opponent certainly worrying Fenech, but not worrying him out of the fight.
There's a very strong point by Grantley earlier, Peter, about his hands, because Jeffrey doesn't seem to be banging them in and putting that aggression behind them. He just seems to be tapping them in, and it's just not like Jeff Fenech.
Yeah, it's not, and maybe the hands are gone again. If they are, then that's a big worry for Jeff.
I feel somehow, Peter and Jeff, that Jeff Fenech has it in his mind that he's just going to win this one on points. He's just going to keep tapping away build up the points lead and get this fight by decision. I'm sure if he gets the opportunity to drop a big right hand on Martinez, he's going to, but I can't see that opportunity coming.
I asked him about his hands this morning. He said, they're the only two I've got, so I've got to make do with them. He runs into a left again from Martinez. 6 seconds left in the round, and both boxers will go to their corners after round 9, and then we'll get into the final few rounds of the fight. The end of round 9, Jeff Fenech against Mario Martinez, coming to you live out of the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. What a fight. Hope you're enjoying it. I know you are. Right around the nation tonight as Jeff Fenech steps up to the lightweight division, and rounds 10, 11 and 12 to go. Gruntley Cesar.
That's right, Peter. This has been such a furious fight. We're into the championship stages. Jeff Fenech has been there many times before, but so has Mario Martinez. And this one's going to go down to the wire, I feel. It's going to go the 12 rounds. I think Fenech can win it quite handsomely if he just stays away from the big shots of Mario Martinez.
Yes, Peter, that's correct, because all it is up to is just to stay composed by Jeffrey and keep this fellow at bay, because he is very dangerous still. And these last couple of rounds will be very, very important to Jeff.
They will be. Okay, here we go. 10, 11 and 12. I'm sure the Mexicans realise that Martinez is behind on points despite that knockdown in round 6. And it will be Martinez trying to come on strongly against Jeff Fenech in the danger rounds now. 10, 11 and 12.
I think we're going to see a very, very desperate Mario Martinez from this moment. He's had Fenech on the canvas once before. I think he's going to try most certainly to do it again before this fight's over. He knows he can put Fenech down if he lands flush on the chin, and he's really going to be loading up on the big shots.
Okay, after 9 rounds, Cesar's card has Jeff Fenech in front by 88 to 83. 88 to 83 in favour of Jeff Fenech, despite a 10-9 round to Mario Martinez in round 6.
I gave Mario Martinez rounds 6 and 7, Peter, but I feel Fenech has dominated the rest of the action. I had him winning the first 5 rounds quite clearly. Ran into very much a disappointment for him in that 6th round, but I think he's on the way back. I'm sure there's something wrong with the hands. He's just not throwing punches in the same volume, but I still feel he has the hand speed and the superior movement to still steal these last 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's true, Grant. He hasn't really been getting behind that jab and being of authority with it.
When you see a Jeff Fenech jab, it's thrown with the shoulder, it's thrown with the chest, it's thrown with his whole back into it. Now he's really just making an arm punch. He's winging in with his arm. And there he's up on his toes, just as he was against Marcos Villasana in his last fight when his hands went. He decided to get up on the toes and just move around and steal the rounds on points.
Okay, Jeff Fenech, he is such a gallant little warrior that he will ignore the pain he has throughout his career on those hands, and right at the moment pumping the left out. He's showing a lot of respect for Mario Martinez, and why not? After going down in round 6 and then getting off the canvas, losing round 7, and then coming back to gain his equilibrium and try desperately to retain his glorious unbeaten record. Jeff Fenech chasing now Mario Martinez, and listen to the crowd roar their approval every time Fenech steps up to him.
Crook hands or not, Peter, Jeff Fenech won't allow Mario Martinez to steal anything away from him. If Mario Martinez hits him, Jeff Fenech is still in there trying to hit him with 10 back.
Yeah, he certainly is. He does not know the meaning of the word defeat. Let's hope that it doesn't happen to him tonight. Jeff Fenech, always wary of walking into that vicious left that put him down, or the dynamite right, which Martinez is renowned for. We're towards the end of round 10 now. 26 seconds to go of round 10, and then 2 to go. Beautiful left from Fenech.
Fenech is trying to balk Martinez's hands down to throw that right hand over the top. I can just see that right hand coming. I hope Mario Martinez doesn't.
Martinez has been a bit slippery on his feet there, Peter. I think he might need some rosin on his boots.
Okay, Mario Martinez has certainly come to fight. He refused to take any more than 4 ounces off, and we can see why now, because they realised that the weight was going to be the big one. He threw a punch on the bell. Fenech threw one back at him after it, sits on his stool, and 2 rounds to go between Jeff Fenech and Mario Martinez. And John Lewis now moving into Jeff Fenech, just talking calmly to him. Let's listen in to John Lewis and Jeff Fenech.
Mate, if you get it within the south pole, because there's no need to get into it, okay? You're doing fine, mate, you're doing fine. Now, don't be on the back, matey. That's enough, that's enough. Water.
said he was doing fine, and just to continue in that vein, Grantley Keyser.
That's right, Peter. Johnny said to Jeff, if you get hit, that's our problem, because there's no need to get hit against Mario Martinez. Jeff Fenech has the defence, he has the superior hand speed, he's a much better boxer when he's moving around on his toes than Mario Martinez can ever hope to be, and that's what Jeff Fenech has to do over these last 2 rounds, give Martinez a boxing lesson.
Okay, there's the face of Jeff Fenech. John Lewis is not a screamer. Jeff Harding, he's got this fight plan, and Fenech's got to stick to it.
The idea is to stay composed, and that's Johnny Lewis true and true. And I think that's all Jeffrey has to do, is stay composed in this fight. But I think Martinez, he believes that he's behind, and they know that, so therefore he might pick up the pace.
Okay, Fenech dominating the early rounds, and right at this moment, that's standing him in good stead. The opening 5 rounds, clearly to Jeff Fenech. Since then, it's been a very even contest.
Very much so, Peter. Those first 5 rounds I gave to Jeff Fenech clearly, but you said it's been fairly even contest since then. I still feel that Fenech has the goods to get away with Martinez over these last 2 rounds.
Okay, and Martinez has done something that no other boxer has ever achieved, and that's kept this crowd relatively quiet. They cheered their heads off for Fenech early, and they've had their hearts in their mouths since he got knocked down.
Well, that's right. For the first 5 rounds, Fenech was pitching a shutout, really. He was just doing as he liked against Martinez. Suddenly, in round 6, Mario Martinez decided that he was going to do something himself.
Okay, the Mexicans calling Martinez ahead, saying that you've got to knock Fenech out to beat him, and, well, Jeff Fenech would be very aware of that. He's got to keep away from Mario Martinez. He's up on the toes. We suspect that the hands are gone again, and maybe that's the reason why he hasn't been throwing the punches that he was throwing early in the fight.
Maybe his hands are a bit sore there, Peter. I'd like to see Jeff be throwing more straight rights down the barrel. He seems to be throwing that over, looping hand over right. So I think that if he just concentrated on the old saying, when in doubt, jab out and stick behind the right hand there.
I was just going to say, Jeff, I would love to see Jeff Fenech drop the right hand on Mario Martinez, but you picked it. He's not throwing the straight right hand. I'm sure that right hand, there's certainly a problem there, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if that left hand is gone as well.
Yeah, there's not the Fenech power that we normally see. He's got to win with skill tonight.
After the fight with Villasana, Jeff said to me, you know, Marcos Villasana was almost asking me to hit him with the right hand, but I just couldn't do it. It was just hurting too much. And that's, I'm sure, the same story here to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. They're chanting Fenech, Fenech, Fenech. They're willing him on to yet another victory here.
You can't take nothing away from Martinez, Peter and Grant, because you've got to admit he is a warrior. Yeah,
he certainly is a warrior, Mexican warrior. The little horse, as they call him, and the black pony or wherever it is, he's certainly no pit pony. He's come to fight, and he's given Fenech a heck of a fight. I'm sure Jeff Fenech is in a bit of bother with those hands at the moment. He doesn't show it. He's too tough for that. But I'm sure when I talk to him in the ring after this fight that the hands are gone again towards the end of round 11, and Mario Martinez has got just those 3 minutes in round 12 to do something to Jeff Fenech, because Fenech has certainly done enough to win this fight and retain his unbeaten record.
I'm sure when those gloves come off, those hands will be like balloons, Peter. You can just tell the way Jeff Fenech is moving around, not throwing anything back at Martinez, and he's in big trouble.
Okay, so Jeff Fenech goes to his corner, and he doesn't have to do that again in this fight, only at the end of round 12. But very even rounds, 9, 10, and 11. Jeff Fenech is well in front, and he knows it. The Mexicans know it too, and we're going to see the Mexican, Mario Martinez, pursue Jeff Fenech in the final round.
Peter, I think that this is a make or break round, obviously, for the Mexicans, so therefore I think they're going to be pulling everything out to try and withstand Fenech's brilliant boxing ability.
Okay, and I suppose a lot of the critics will say Jeff Fenech has made a mistake in stepping up to lightweight by the virtue of the fact that he hasn't put down Mario Martinez. But, gee, Martinez has beat him with the best. His record said that, and we're seeing a very accomplished and tough competitor tonight.
Martinez is a big, strong boy, Peter, and we always knew that Jeff Fenech would find the guys stronger as he moved up in weight divisions, and that's what he's found. It's very, very hard to put a man like Martinez on the canvas when you've got 2 bung hands.
Okay, a couple of more minutes, 3 minutes to be exact, of agony again for Jeff Fenech's hands, and Mario Martinez looking now for that blow to put Jeff Fenech away.
Fenech is, for the last 3 rounds, he's really just been trying to win this fight on reflexes. He's been trying to balk Martinez into a lead, try to step back and double jab with whatever power he has left in that left hand. And Martinez in this round, if he wants to win this fight, he's got to go after Fenech. But I just can't see him putting Fenech on the canvas again. Jeff is very, very wary.
He certainly is. He's been wary ever since the halfway mark of the fight when he went down. But he is so courageous, Fenech, that he refuses to succumb to any sort of pain. His face is a little bit swollen. The right eye's been swollen since early in the fight.
Rather than get into a brawl in this last round with Mario Martinez, you can see Jeff Fenech is doing everything to keep away from Mario Martinez, to keep away from fighting. He's trying to wrong foot him. He's stepping one way, moving the other. Oh, comes back with a big left hook on Mario Martinez. Well, he was saving that one up for last, Peter. Landed the big left hook.
There, he can't get involved. He's just got to stay away from Martinez.
Get out of there, Jeff Fenech. You see him spinning him again.
Jeff Harding.
Peter, I think Jeff's answered all his critics tonight. He hasn't been the brawler that they all said he has been in the past, but therefore tonight he's just showed superior boxing ability.
Again, the left hook by Fenech, balking Martinez into making an error. Landed left hook. Martinez going for broke inside, but Fenech, sore hands and all, he's not going to let this Mario Martinez go to the top. And this is the Jeff Fenech of old, sore hands or not, he's just going after Mario Martinez. He's going to hit him with everything. He's going to give him a last round to remember, Peter Peters.
1 minute to go in the fight, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Let's hope Fenech doesn't walk into one, but he's showing his courage. The little champion now, just showing that he's got plenty in store, plenty of gas there. Jeff Fenech, it's only the hands that are stopping this young man from being really one of the immortals of the ring.
Fenech just copped a left hook there, Peter, but he is going to end this fight like the super champions. Look at the hand speed of the guy. Sore hands and all, just quick hands from Jeff Fenech.
Yes, he's showing a little bit of contempt now for Mario Martinez into the final moments of the fight. Jeff Fenech, brilliant display here of boxing tonight with great difficulty, I presume.
You said it, Peter. Fenech has been favouring both hands. He hasn't been throwing punches with the same power, but in this last round he's just hitting Mario Martinez with everything he can.
Okay, Martinez now, 14 seconds left here to try and put Fenech away, but Jeff Fenech won't be denied here at the National Tennis Centre. Jeff Fenech seeing it out now,
No
the final
tonight.
moments. No knockout tonight, 4 seconds to go. This crowd will erupt. Jeff Fenech, another brilliant performance. What a rumble. Jeff Fenech, 12 rounds over Mario Martinez, Greatly Cesar.
I've got Jeff Fenech winning this fight, Peter. I've got him ahead 118 to 111. The only rounds I gave to Mario Martinez was round number 6 when he had Fenech on the canvas. In that round, I felt Fenech was dominating the action. Suddenly, Martinez put him on the canvas. I gave that round 10-9 to Martinez, and I gave him the 7th 10-9. But Jeff Fenech, I can tell already that those hands are very, very sore. Jeff Harding, sore hands and all. Jeff Fenech wasn't going to be denied tonight.
Just that sigh of pain over his face, Grant. I think that now with John's taking the gloves off there, yeah, they're definitely hurting.
Fenech is...
You just look at the expression on his face.
He's wincing. As soon as Johnny touched his hands to take those gloves off, you could see the tears well up in Jeff Fenech's eyes. A very, very painful night for him. On the canvas in round number 6, that's something we've only ever seen in Jeff Fenech's career. Once before against Samart Payakaroon, he came off the floor in round 1 and devastated Samart Payakaroon. Tonight, he couldn't devastate Mario Martinez, but with 2 bung hands, he did enough to win this fight quite handsomely.
As I stated before, Grant, when Jeff wasn't digging those punches in, that wasn't the Jeff Fenech that we all know. He's got phenomenal power, and he just didn't get the chance to show it tonight. And his tools of his trade were just wanting tonight. And I feel very sorry for Jeff in that aspect, because he didn't really get to show the true Fenech and the world champion that he really is.
And that's the problem area. You can see those gloves coming off now. Those hands will have swollen up like balloons inside. They'll just be an absolute mess.
Look at that face. That just tells it all, Grant.
It is He's gone
That's terrible.
He's gone through absolute agony again in this fight. He retired, of course, in April this year after beating Villasana. He said he couldn't stand the pain anymore. A couple of months after that, he decided to fight again because he wanted to win more world titles. He couldn't stand to be away from the sport that he loves. And look at the face on Jeff Fenech.
This guy's phenomenal, Grant. Just what a warrior.
Well,
he stands out alone. You've got to admit that.
it says something for a guy that he can go in there with Mario Martinez, one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, with 2 crook hands. Jeff Fenech has still won this fight on my scorecard, and I'm sure on the cards of the official judges here tonight, very, very handsomely.
Well, tonight, Grant, he had to show the evasive skills that his critics basically said that he did lack, and tonight he just basically gave Martinez a boxing lesson. And to give a fellow like that a boxing lesson, well, that's a great asset all on its own.
Well, my heart is still pounding from that round number 6, but Jeff Fenech has won this fight, as far as I'm concerned, quite well.
Okay, let's go to Ray Connolly now for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Wheeler awards Jeff Fenech 116 points, Mario Martinez 112. Chris Anderson, Jeff Fenech 117 points, Mario Martinez 113 points. Cliff Heaver awards Jeff Fenech 120 points, Mario Martinez 109 points. The winner by unanimous decision, retaining his undefeated record, Jeff Fenech.
Mario Martinez had to win round number 6.
Okay, I think Peter Peters is just about ready with Jeff Fenech. Most importantly, we're about to find out how those hands are, but there he is, the champ, one of the most incredible performances of his career, one of the most incredible performances in boxing. Let's take you again to ringside. Peter is just about ready, and he's about to interview Jeff right now. Peter Peters, take it away.
Jeff Fenech, a unanimous points decision, and the champ's hands are up.